You know how sometimes you complain about something over and over, but when things actually get serious, you suddenly realize how much you'll miss it? That's exactly what's happening right now in the NASCAR world, and even the legends are getting emotional about it. Friday changed everything in the NASCAR lawsuit. The mood shifted. People who've been around this sport for decades started speaking out, and what they said hit hard. Mark Martin, a NASCAR legend, posted on social media about how sad this whole situation makes him. He's not just a little upset, he's deeply worried. Martin said he doesn't see a path to recovery for NASCAR. Think about that for a second. A man who's given his whole life to this sport is saying he can't see how NASCAR comes back from this. Then Rick Mast put out an 8-minute video that felt like he was giving a eulogy, like NASCAR was dying right in front of us. Both of these men ask the same question. How do we come back from this, now that we know what NASCAR has said about all of us? Kenny Wallace talked about all of this on Saturday morning. He had his hotel coffee and got real with fans. Kenny said something important. Everyone has been complaining about NASCAR for years. People have hated on NASCAR decisions, but now it's real. Now the problems are out in the open for everyone to see, and Kenny said it's very sad. That's all there is to it. He made a good point about hate. When you hate something, you might say you want to see it gone. But when it actually starts dying, you realize you didn't really want that at all. That's where NASCAR is right now. Almost on its deathbed, according to what Mark Martin said. Kenny didn't look at it this way at first, but hearing Mark Martin say there's no path to recovery made him think differently. However, Rick Mast thinks NASCAR can recover. He has a plan for how it could happen. Rick Mast said some people need to be fired. NASCAR needs to recognize what they did wrong. They need to apologize for the way they talked in those emails. And then, let's go racing, boys. We're big boys. We can move forward. Kenny agrees with this approach. Fire some people, apologize for the emails, and get back to racing. Simple as that. But Friday in court showed just how bad things really are. Heather Gibbs testified on Friday. She's Joe Gibbs's daughter-in-law, and her testimony was very emotional. She said NASCAR put a gun to their head. Those were her actual words. Joe Gibbs Racing did not want to sign the charter agreement. They weren't going to sign it. But NASCAR told them something clear. Sign or you're out of NASCAR. No charter means you're out of the sport completely. That's it. Your racing team is done. Now, a charter is very valuable in NASCAR. It guarantees you a spot in races. It's worth millions of dollars. But here's the problem. The charter Joe Gibbs Racing was being forced to sign wasn't the one they wanted. It wasn't fair to them. It wasn't good for their business. So what do you do? Heather Gibbs explained the impossible choice they faced. If they didn't sign, their family legacy would be destroyed. Everything Joe Gibbs built in NASCAR would be gone. She didn't want to be the person who destroyed that legacy. So they signed, even though they didn't want to. Even though it wasn't fair. That testimony was sad, really sad, because it shows NASCAR wasn't negotiating. They were forcing teams to accept their terms or leave the sport completely. Then came Michael Jordan's turn to testify. And this is where things got interesting. NASCAR's attorney is a man named Butterman. Some people said Butterman was acting like a fanboy when he talked to Michael Jordan, but Kenny Wallace saw it differently. He thinks Butterman's strategy was actually smart. Think about it. NASCAR doesn't want to attack Michael Jordan in court. He's the greatest athlete in the world. How would it look if NASCAR trashed Michael Jordan on the witness stand? It would look terrible. So they went easy on him. They were polite. They were respectful. And there's another reason they went easy. Michael Jordan is the one with the real money in this lawsuit. He's worth $3.8 billion. He makes $350 to $400 million every year. Denny Hamlin has money too, but nothing like Michael Jordan. So Jordan is the one who can really fight this battle. Michael Jordan told the court he went to Talladega when he was a kid. He's been a NASCAR fan his whole life, and he explained why he's suing NASCAR. Someone had to do this. That's what he said. Somebody had to stand up to NASCAR. The other team owners couldn't do it. Racing is what they do for a living. Look at Rick Hendrick. He has car dealerships, so racing isn't his only business. Same with Roger Penske. They have other businesses. Racing works for them even with NASCAR's unfair deals because they make money other ways. But most team owners depend completely on NASCAR. If they speak up, NASCAR can punish them. They can't risk it. Michael Jordan is different. He doesn't need NASCAR to make money. He's already a billionaire from basketball and his shoe business. NASCAR can't hurt him financially, so he's the only one who could actually file this lawsuit. And Kenny Wallace pointed this out. Even though Michael didn't say it directly, everyone knows it's true. He's the only one who could do this. Michael Jordan explained his reasons clearly. He loves NASCAR. He wants to make it better. He wants it to be more like a partnership. When NASCAR does good, the team should do good too. Right now, that's not how it works. NASCAR makes most of the money. Teams struggle to make profits. Kenny Wallace said Michael Jordan's testimony was heartfelt. He wasn't mad at Michael Jordan at all. Everything Jordan said made sense. He loves NASCAR, but they're taking too much, and nobody else can call them out on it. Then Michael Jordan said something really important. He talked about what happens when someone criticizes NASCAR. He used the word browbeat. If anybody tried to call NASCAR out, they would browbeat them. What does that mean? Kenny explained it. If you talked bad about NASCAR, they would intimidate you. Picture an owner saying, "Hey NASCAR, I want to talk about getting a better deal." And NASCAR would make that owner look bad. They would bully them into staying quiet. Michael Jordan said he's the only one who can stand up to this. NASCAR does better. Teams do better. That should be the goal. Kenny really liked hearing this. It was honest. It was heartfelt. Michael Jordan even said he respects what NASCAR has done. The NASCAR attorney Butterman wanted Michael Jordan to admit something. He wanted Jordan to say NASCAR is the king, that the France family is in charge and always will be. And Michael Jordan did admit it. He said, I really respect what the France family has done here, but my God, you got to share a little bit more. That's the whole case right there. Michael Jordan respects NASCAR. He respects the France family. But they need to share more money with the teams. They need to treat teams like partners, not like employees who should be grateful for whatever they get. Kenny Wallace's take on all of this is clear. Michael Jordan said nothing wrong. He spoke from his heart. He's trying to make NASCAR better. He's not trying to destroy it. He's trying to save it. The emotional reactions from Mark Martin and Rick Mast show how serious this is. These aren't just business negotiations anymore. This is about the future of NASCAR. Can it survive? Can it recover? Kenny thinks it can, if NASCAR does the right thing. Fire the people who wrote those bad emails, apologize for treating teams unfairly, and then get back to racing. Michael Jordan isn't the villain here. He's actually trying to help. He's risking his reputation and his money to fight for something he believes in. He wants NASCAR to succeed, but he wants it to succeed in a way that's fair to everyone involved. The testimony showed NASCAR has been forcing teams to accept bad deals. They've been bullying anyone who complains. They've been taking most of the money while teams struggle. That can't continue. Something has to change. And Michael Jordan is the one person who can force that change to happen.